guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a little video today about buying leather goods for your man in your life, whether it's your husband, boyfriend, father, uncle, partner, whoever in your life that's a man and loves leather and you want to kind of upgrade their wardrobe a little bit. I thought I would give you guys a couple of suggestions since it is the holiday season and I have been hunting for such a gift for my own husband, so I have a lot of examples that I could show you. So the first item, and probably the most obvious, is a nice wallet. And I actually just recently bought my husband a nice wallet from Coach, and what I'm going to do is link the video below where I unbox the two different wallets that I bought for him. And in that video, a lot of people commented that they were interested to know which one he selected. So the one that he ended up selecting was the brown wallet that was the traditional rectangular shape. And since he's not here today, I don't have it to re-show you guys, which is why I'm going to link the video below. But this is the insert that was inside. Remember I showed you guys this in the video? So it had this little insert inside where you could put your ID and a couple more credit cards, and it slid inside the wallet. Well, while he loved the wallet that went with this, he hated this insert piece, which is what I thought was the coolest part. And so what ended up happening is he just like ripped it out and threw it on the counter. He put the rest of his stuff in the wallet and he's like, oh, this is great now. So what I ended up doing is taking this insert, and now I use this as a small wallet when I take out really small crossbody bags. I just put my ID and 2 or 3 credit cards in here. It has another slot here. So I've been using this as a small wallet for myself. So it's like 2 mints in one. So I will definitely link that video below so that you can go take a look at that wallet. I have been searching, like I said, for another gift for my husband that's a leather good, and I looked at a lot of other wallets while I was out and about. Wilson's Leather had a lot of really nice ones. Coach, of course, always has nice ones. Dooney & Burke actually makes men's wallets that are very nice. And so if you just go kind of dig a little bit, a lot of the major handbag brands do make some men's products. They just aren't always as obvious and easy to find. So if you dig a little bit, you can find them, and you can even find them at outlets sometimes. So that definitely helps. The wallets that I purchased for my husband did come from the Coach outlet, so there are some savings to be had there. All right, the second item that I want to talk about is this, a leather portfolio. So it's not something that's as obvious as a wallet, but it is something that a lot of men can benefit from. I love these. I think they make you look so much classier when you go into a business meeting and you don't just have a pad of paper or a spiral notebook. You have a nice leather portfolio, and what you do is you just put your pad of paper inside. This is just a normal notepad. And then you also now have the functionality of having pockets where you can put business cards, flash drive, you can slide flash drives in, your badge for work if you have a badge. There's usually a pen holder inside, and then there's usually a pocket for more papers. This one zips, which is nice, so you can just shove stuff in and zip it up real quick, kind of like you would with a zip around wallet. My husband, this was actually mine from when I used to work, but my husband has one just like this, except his doesn't zip, it's just a regular folder. But I feel like it's a great gift idea for the man in your life, because if he is a working man, or even if he's not a working man, if he takes notes or goes out to Starbucks to do whatever and he takes a notebook with him, or this is just a great idea to kind of class up his notebook or notepad that he might use for work or around the house. So definitely take a look. You can find them at a lot of like office supplies stores, or there are some more upscale options out there. But if you look around, there are a lot of different leather portfolio options out there for you. Okay, so my third gift idea is actually a little surprise that I picked up for my husband. And I think this is a great idea for all sorts of men. I got this one from Fossil, and it is a kind of like a cosmetics bag for men. I've seen them called this one's called a travel kit. I've seen them called Dob kits. And I looked at so many of these when I was out shopping recently, and this was my favorite, and let me show you why. So the reason this one was my favorite is the zipper opens all the way across, and then when you open it up, it stands completely. It has a frame inside which keeps it open, and a lot of the ones I looked at were just a floppy zipper, and so you could pull it open like this. Sometimes the opening was kind of small, it was kind of hard to see inside, and it kept flopping back shut, and it was annoying me. And I looked at a lot of them like that. I looked at them at Coach, I looked at them at, I think it was the Saks Fifth Avenue outfit, I looked at them at Wilson's Leather, and they all were kind of floppy. And this is the only one I found that had the full frame in it, and it holds its shape when it's open. And I thought it was great because you can see everything in here. You can see completely inside. There's a slip pocket on one side, a zip pocket on the other side, which is what my husband likes to have. He usually likes to put his Q-tips and smaller items in the zip pocket, and then other items in here that might be on the smaller side so they don't get lost in the bottom. And this has a nice nylon interior that completely wipes off. He has one of these already, and he's had it for at least 10 years, and it is from Wilson's Leather. So I will say, I know for a fact Wilson's Leather will hold up because it has been sitting on our sink for the last 10 years, and he splashes on it every day. I've wiped toothpaste off of it on a regular basis, and soap, all sorts of other things, shampoo, and it just wipes right off the pebbled leather. And it's starting to look a little raggedy after 10 years of use, of daily use. It really sits on our sink every day, and then when he goes on a trip, he just closes it up and folds it and puts it in his luggage. So I'm excited to give this to him so that he can start over again with a new one. And I love the way this one opens up even more than the one that he has. So I'm hoping that he'll be excited to receive it, and we can get rid of the gross one that sits on our sink all the time. Okay guys, so down to my last item, and this is really what the meat of what I was hunting for my husband for Christmas, and that was a nice leather briefcase. Now, my husband commutes, he goes to work, he travels for work, and currently he uses a typical black nylon briefcase, which works just fine. It's nice and lightweight, but the handles are starting to rip off of it. So he was asking, like, maybe for Christmas, maybe you can find me a nice looking briefcase. And I was like, of course. And of course it's going to be leather because it's me. So I went hunting all over for briefcases, and I have 3 options here I'm going to show you guys. And as you know, there are men's leather briefcases everywhere. These are just 3 options that I liked the best when I went out hunting, but there are tons of options out there. And there are especially tons of options on Etsy. And another brand someone recommended to me was Whipping Post, but when I looked at their site, they were sold out of the briefcases. I don't know if they're back in stock yet, but there's a lot of kind of craft leather briefcase options out there if you go exploring, especially on Etsy. But I kind of went the more typical route because I really wanted to look at things in person to see the scale and also to see the different pocket options that they had. So let me show you what I picked up. I'll save the best for last. So let's start with what I got at Fossil. So this is the briefcase I picked up at Fossil. What I really liked about it was that it had the 2-tone with the brown straps and handle, and it had the black leather. I will say that they had 3 other of these in the store, and they were really scratched up. So that did give me a little bit of concern because I know my husband is not going to treat this right. I just know him. He's a user and abuser. I will take care of it as much as I can for him, but that did give me a little bit of pause. It looks like durable leather. I mean, it has a nice grain to it, but it definitely showed a lot of scratches at the store. The other thing that I liked about this one is this closure was not too fussy. It has these little tabs that you push down and you pull the straps out. And then this opens up nice and big. Oh, I forgot to mention, it has an outside pocket all across the back, which I thought was really nice and functional. And then inside you can see it's a nice durable nylon fabric. And it has 2 different pockets. It has a center divider. It has a pocket in the back for where you can put like folders, and then you can put your laptop, and then it has a bunch of slip pockets all across the front where you can put all sorts of things. They have pen slots so you can put pens, and then the whole front is a zipper compartment. So I thought this was a really nice option. I also liked that it had a top handle so that you could carry it as a traditional briefcase, and it had a nice comfy shoulder strap that was adjustable. So this one, I will tell you what I paid. I got it from the Fossil Outlet, and it is the Evan Messenger bag, and it looks like the retail is $2.98, and I got it for $1.94, and I believe they were having 20% off of that. This travel kit I also got at Fossil, and the original retail price is $98, and it was on sale for $49, and then I believe I got another 20% off that. And this was by far the best one that I found. So if you're really looking to get this for your husband, I would just go straight to Fossil. But I did see a lot of other nice briefcase options. So a little more variety on that. All right, next I picked up something from Wilson's Leather. It is a dark brown option. And the reason I like this one is because of the shine the leather had. I thought it just looked like a really nice quality leather. Once again, it has the back pocket all along the outside that snaps. I will say that they also had 2 other of these in the store, and they were scratched to pieces. And I talked to the guy about it, and he was like, well, I don't know if you might know much about leather, but you need to condition this stuff, and that will help get rid of the scratches. And I was like, bro, just stop right there. Trust me. You have somebody who knows what they're doing that you're talking to right now. So I will take it home and work on it if it's the one that I think my husband would like the best. And so the closure on this one, once again, it looks like buckles, but what it actually is little magnetic snaps, which I thought was really nice. One drawback from this one is that it didn't have a top handle, and I really wanted to find one that had a top handle so you could have more carry options, but I just really liked the looks of this one, so I went for it anyway. Inside, this is a nice feature. It has a large pocket before you even get to the inside of the bag. The inside is all, once again, a nice durable nylon fabric. And then you have the same kind of setup where you have kind of a laptop pocket in the back. And then this one velcros, which is nice so laptop won't fall out. And it has the same, all different types of slip pockets across the front wall, a big zip pocket, and then areas for pens and things. So I thought this had nice organization to it, and it was a nice size. Now, a lot of the other briefcases I looked at were on the smaller side, and I think they really were true messenger bags, but you could put a laptop in them. I was really looking for something of this size because he does have a pretty sizable laptop, and he carries notebooks and stuff. So let me tell you what this one is from Wilson's Leather. It is called, they didn't put the name on here. I will put the UPC code below, so if you go to Wilson's, they can look it up for you. But it looks like the original price was $300. It was on sale for $150, and then I got an additional 15% off that. So the total was around $140 for that one. Okay, and last but not least, definitely the best option is this bag from our girl Patricia Nash. Yes, she makes briefcases, and I thought this was stunning. I think the leather on it looks so nice, and when you feel it in comparison to the other two, there's just really no competition. This leather is so soft and supple. Now I will say, because it is soft and supple, it doesn't look as formal as the other two options. It kind of is a little bit saggy and baggy, but my husband is a pretty casual guy, and this to me already looks kind of weathered on purpose. So it really appealed to me, the finish on the leather. I was like, well, if he ruins it, it'll just look like it's more awesome. I will say I enjoyed the top handle. It has the same back pocket option, and this one has a magnet closure, which is nice. The drawback of this one is the front closure. This isn't a dummy buckle like on the other two. This is really how you close the bag. So you have to thread through the strap like you would a belt buckle, which is a little bit cumbersome. But I actually discussed this with my husband, and he was like, yeah, I probably wouldn't even ever close the thing anyway. I would just shut the flap down. And he loved the leather and the finish on this bag so much. He was like, I don't care about the closure. I want that one. And I was like, oh, my dear, you have terrific taste. So here's what the inside looks like. It is so much different. See, we're not seeing nylon. We're seeing suede on this side. it came with a dust bag. Isn't this so cool? This is like a man purse. I love it. And then inside it has her signature lining that has the Italian map on it. You have a zip pocket on the back. You have areas for cards here on the back wall. And then on the front wall, you have your big slip pocket where if you had a smaller size laptop, you could probably fit it in there. I think he'll probably just put his in the main compartment. And what really sold him on this bag was this front pocket option. He really liked that to keep some of his smaller items separated from the rest. So this one's similar to the Wilson's bag in that regard. So I got this during Macy's recent 30% off sale. I know I paid around $220. I don't know if I have my receipt for this one. Oh, I do. Yep, I paid $220 total after tax. And that was 30% off retail price. But she had a couple of other gorgeous options. So definitely check her out for men's briefcases if it's something that you're in the market for. And, oh, I forgot to mention the strap on this one's awesome. Look, it's extra thick and it has a shoulder pad attached for comfort. Now, the one thing I will say, look at this. Really, Macy's? Come on! They sent me one that has a security tag attached to it. So the reason I'm doing this video instead of waiting till after Christmas is because I had to show my husband all these last night because he was going on a business trip today and he needed to look nicer than he normally does. And so I was like, look, I'll give you your Christmas present early. You can choose from these three. And he chose this one, and then he couldn't take it on his trip because of this. And I called today and it was just like a nightmare. So they were like, you just need to take it to the store. And I'm like, I need to take it to the store to have it removed. That's why I bought online, so I didn't have to drive to the store. And now I have to drive to the store. So I'm gonna go take care of this, hopefully. And then I guess I will wrap it up for him for Christmas now that he couldn't use it on his trip and the surprise is ruined. But at least I know that he picked the one that he likes the best and I didn't have to choose and possibly choose wrong. Alright guys, so that's what I have for you today as far as some leather gift ideas for the man in your life. I hope you enjoyed this video and you go ahead and upgrade your man's wardrobe, whoever it might be in your life you think might like one of these items. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I try to do videos every 2 to 3 days about all different kinds of things, especially leather things, because let's be honest, leather is awesome. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye!